I get the opportunity next to recognize the 11 people that run this organization for us, the governing council. So first, I'm going to ask for the entire governing council to come up to the front of the room and just kind of stand over on the side here. And I just wanted I have a couple things I wanted to say about you and your leadership. It's been a really interesting board this year compared to what we've had the last 2 years previous to this board. The first board that I worked with is a board that I served on as the North Central Regional Representative 2 years ago. And the board, the dynamic was a little different. A few of us were friends, but we mostly kind of stuck to ourselves. It was kind of like if you're from a small town like in Hibbing, where there's a lot of elementary and middle schools, and then you get to high school, you don't ever reach out to people from those other schools, and you stay within your little cliques. It's kind of how that board was that I worked with. Last year's board, I think we can all agree, had some very strong personalities on it. And they were a really great board. I think one thing that we kind of lost with so many strong personalities are some of the great ideas that some of the more quiet voices had. But I interpret that as they cared deeply about their work. This year's board has been just a privilege to work with. They always have great discussion about issues. I don't think anyone on this board isn't friends with each other. They're a really cohesive bunch, and that doesn't say they always agreed on everything, and that wouldn't be probably right if they did agree on everything. But at the end of the day, I think their priority was doing what's best for the students of Minnesota, and I think that this board really accomplished that. Our governing council is oftentimes a starting point for students and getting involved in student leadership within MSCSA. And I would say this board is one that I've really enjoyed. They've met my incessant need for communication. I'm a really strong communicator, and they've dealt with that. I will just say dealt with it this year. And on the rare occasion that I wasn't able to get a hold of them, they found out about it afterwards and found out that I wasn't happy that I couldn't get a hold of them. But yeah, they've dealt with that. But the one thing I want to say about the job of the board, it is so unique what our board of directors does. These people have jobs. These board members have families, they have school lives, they're very busy, yet these 11 individuals run a nonprofit organization that impacts 200,000 students. They still are able to do that and move forward our mission despite all the busy things they have going on in their life. And without them, the mission of our organization wouldn't exist. And so they have a really special, unique job. They're 11 people out of 200,000 that get to run this organization. And so that's a really special honor. So with that, I want to commend you for your efforts and extend a very warm thank you to the 2010 and 2011 Governing Council. So thank you very much.